What's going on, traders? It's John with Bull-Throttle Trading. Today's video is just going to be very quick. I wanted to go through and explain what a pump and dump is. This is something that I'm explaining this again more for the beginners. For me, myself, I know when I was beginning, I actually was constantly on the lookout for what I now know are pump and dumps. And I want to kind of explain what these are and why they're not great. I know, again, towards more of the beginners and people who are just starting out, you don't have a lot of money to invest or trade with, and you want to try to make the most bang for your buck, right? So the best way that people do that is they go after what are called penny stocks, which are stocks that are valued at $5 or less. So they're lower cap stocks. Some of them have a lot of volatility. Some of them don't really move a whole lot. It all depends really on what the stock is. But I typically don't trade or invest in these stocks anymore because there's, at least in my experience, no way to really control what's going to happen. And this will make a little bit more sense when I kind of go through what a pump and dump is, which I'll show you guys on the charts. A big example of one that's been blowing up this week is GNUS, GNUS. So I'm going to pull that one up on the chart and show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you guys are ready, let's jump on in. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to pull up GNUS, right? So this has been a very, very hype stock right now, right? And this is GNUS Brands International. See up here, GNUS Brands International. Alright, now we can see we're looking at the 180-day 4-hour chart, right? So for the last 6 months, we can see that this was sitting with lows of 13 cents, and we were at highs of about $1 and maybe $1.02 there or whatever, okay? So what ends up happening with these penny stocks is whether you end up getting some little bit of good news or some kind of hype, some kind of positive catalyst, right? And that's what starts us off. And this is why you got to be careful if you're a member of other groups. Like, I will never tell you guys what you should ever buy. I'll never be like, oh my god, this is, like, I want to teach you guys, not tell you what to do. And I want you guys to be able to see your own opportunities. So a lot of those groups that are out there, like on Facebook or whatever, they like to hype up these penny stocks, right? And you could see you have a huge potential for margin. So there's 98% margin on this, right? The problem is nobody knows when this is going to happen. And when something starts getting hype or something starts getting this motion, you get this huge push up, right? And believe me, because I know that when you're first starting out and you don't have a lot of money to invest with, these lower cap stocks are appealing because they offer these huge dollar amounts. But this is again why I'm trying to teach you guys to trade to learn and not to make money, because in my experience, long term, when you invest in these kind of stocks, you get lucky sometimes, right? Where you can end up buying in and you make a great return, and it's wonderful. But then you're constantly chasing more and more stocks like this. And as you could see, 6 months, this stock did nothing and then jumped up, right? So now the problem, I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking in your head is, okay, well, why is this bad? All right, well, we can see that we hit highs of 1173, right? I'm going to zoom in on this now and do like a 5-day chart, right? So you had like this slow climb, and then boom, like this is probably the day where the hype got hit, right? So we could see that we had this low of $1.61, and then we closed at about $4 on Tuesday, right? So now people are starting to pay attention to this, and they're like, oh wow, and that's a good return on a day if you're going to day trade or if you're even swing trading. here's where the problem lies. Okay, so yesterday we can see this is when the hype really kicked up. So we got a huge push throughout the day, and then after market hours kept going up, and then pre-market hours this morning kept going up. Now people were now paying attention, right? And everything was getting hyped. Well, the people who started to hype up the stock, right? And they want to see the stock go up because it's going to favor them, right? They're probably bought in back here. So by them doing that and hyping up this stock, you know, even sometimes you'll see like CEO members will put like a huge amount of money into it. Whatever the case may be, they end up putting in this money, and when the hype picks up, right? So we got, okay, there was a big hype day, pre-market this morning, everybody kept doing it. Okay, well now all those people that have large amounts of position sizes in this, I mean we're talking hundreds and thousands of dollars, they all just profited on you bringing the price of the stock up, and then they sell. And when you sell that much of a position size over this whole market, what happens? Let's go to the 1-day chart. All these people that started buying in, look how fast this dropped. And it dropped all the way down to $4. Right? And it came back up. I'll even zoom in on this a little bit more. 11.73 dropped down to $4. Now all of those people that pumped up or hyped up this stock just sold and made a ridiculous amount of money on everybody else following in. All right, so now everybody else is buying in, and then this huge drop comes in. And now those people are in the red, and they're losing money. And this is why pump and dumps are, I stay away from them. Like I said, I've got lucky on them before, and I know it feels good. I know it does. But over time, you're going to end up losing money, because this is what happens with these stocks, and this is why you have to be careful. This happens so fast, and when you're in the moment and you think, okay, like right here, like, oh, all right, we're just starting to see a little bit of a pullback. We had this strong push, like I'm going to hold on to it, and then it just drops. And then people panic sell, which makes it drop even more. And then you have people who, okay, like right here when it came down to this part, they were like, all right, everybody is panic selling, and I know this, so I'm going to buy in. So it had another push up, right? So now we got up to $8, we spiked, and then some of those people that did that, they probably sold, and that's why we had this chart. And now it's consolidating, right? So overall, if you were somebody who entered in on this today, you lost money. You lost money. And there was so much hype. I saw it in all these Facebook groups that I was in. This was the hot stock that everybody was talking about. And this is why I want to encourage you guys, never buy a stock because somebody's telling you, oh my God, you should buy this stock, or there's a great opportunity. Become educated to recognize these pump and dumps and recognize opportunities and make your own calls. Invest in what you understand. That it's so important. Like if you're gonna come into the stock market and rely on what other people are telling you to buy, then I wouldn't even do it at all, because you're just gonna lose money. You're gonna get discouraged, and you're gonna end up walking away from the market. And if you take the time and teach yourself, then you can become successful and you can become profitable and not be discouraged. And that's the most important thing I can tell you guys. Just trade to learn right now. Don't trade to make money. The money will come, you know. I lost a lot of money when I was learning because of things like this. Because that's, like I said, once you hit one of these and you actually are profitable on it, it's such a great high that you just want more of it. And then you start chasing other penny stocks that people are talking about, and you don't understand what's going on with them. And then you end up getting caught in this down cycle. So this is why I wanted to explain to you guys what a pump and dump is and why you should try to avoid them. So I hope that this gave you guys some value. And I'm not saying, you know, there are people out there who do make money trading things like this, and I mean, all the power to them. I just want you guys as beginners to be aware that these kind of things, they're for beginners. You're going to lose money, and I don't want to see you guys do that. I want to see you guys all become profitable. And you know, if you have questions on this or you don't understand something, please feel free to ask in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer. You know, I'd like to make some videos as well about some alternatives if you're not having a whole lot of money to invest with and where to start. So I'm going to try to make more videos like that as well. But if you guys have anything, you know, send me a message. Ask me, you know, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I'd be more than happy to go through those with you. I don't want to see you guys buying into these pump and dumps at the wrong time and losing these ridiculous amounts of money so fast, right? So again, I hope I provided some value for you guys. Please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you got something out of this. And I'm going to end it here and hope you guys all end the day on a green note. And I'll see you tomorrow.